Now student, this type of layering is being also occur naturally. Sometime due to some natural disasters or any kind, this technique called air layering also. Branches are scrapped and covered with plastic to reduce moisture loss. Or new roots develop where the branches were scrapped and the branches are removed from the tree and planted. So this layering is also being sometimes done naturally through some kind of any type of disaster or the storm or the human we are also. So now the fourth one which we are going to study is our suckering. Suckering, which has been not given in your book. So I can discuss this with you. Suckers means what? To suck or to absorb. Suckers attach to a parent plant and form a dense compact mat. Since too many suckers can lead to smaller crop size, excess numbers are pruned. Mature suckers are cut away from a parent plant and transplanted to a new area where they sprout new plants. Suckering has the dual purpose of growing new shoots and removing nutrient sucking birds that prohibit a main plant from growing. So, this suckering means what? To absorb. Sometimes you will find that at one place a very dense, a very compact, a very healthy, a very much dense mixed plants grow at one place. Sometimes when we are distributing the seeds on the ground, what happened? Sometimes a bunch of seeds fall down on the ground. That time what happened? That bunch of seed becomes so dense into a parent plant that many kinds of birds grow at a same stem, and what they do at the same place, they start sucking their nutrients of the plant. So sometimes what we have to do, we have to take away these mature suckers, or we have to cut these mature sucker, those who are sucking birds, away from that parent plant and transplant it to a new area from where they sprout into a new plant. So this suckering is also being done artificially by the humans, or you can say by the horticulturists, to prohibit a main plant from growing, so that if we cut away from that parent plant those suckers, the main plant will grow healthy and with a full mannered. Now the last one, that is our tissue culture. The last one is our tissue culture, or you can say the micro propagation. Tissue culture or micro propagation. In this tissue culture, this technique involves the culturing of plant cells. Tissue means what? Cells, a group of cells, that is called tissue. And the culture means techniques. So this tissue culture involves the technique of culturing only and only plant cells that may be taken from different parts of a parent plant, that may be taken from a different parts of a parent plant. So this tissue culture can be done from the parent plant only. The tissue is placed in a sterilized container and nurtured in a special medium until a mass of cells known as callus is formed. What is being done? First of all, the tissue, means the cells of the plant, is placed in a sterilized container. Sterilized container means that container which is being contained and nurtured with a special medium until a mass of cells known as callus is formed. The callus is then cultured in a hormone laden medium and eventually developed into a plantlets, and these plantlets is being planted, these matured and grow into a fully grown plant. Now, what is that? Micropropagation. Tissue culture is the process of growing new plants by the cell culture or the technique. Tissue culture technique. In this, a small piece of tissue called explant, the small portion of the cells of the plant which we take, that is called explant, is cut off from the growing tip of a plant and it is kept into a nutrient medium under aseptic contents, that is called a sterilized container. Its cells divide rapidly and forms a cell mass called callus. You can see in this picture. This is the container which is sterilized. Over here, cells has been cutted from a parent plant and being kept in that nutrient medium where it is being given each and everything as it was taken from the soil. Now, after some time, this callus grow in a cell mass, and this callus is then transferred into another nutrient containing plant hormones. The cells of callus nutrients may divide and differentiate into roots and shoots and from several new plantlets. Now, this callus is being kept into another container where hormones is being given to the as a growth regulators. After some time, what happened? This callus developed into having so much of growth regulators and nutrients. This callus differentiate into root and the shoots, and these roots and shoots form several new plantlets. You can see several new plantlets, and these plantlets are now be taken out from these pots and being planted into the soil, which grow into a matured into a fully grown plants. So this is the tissue culture, you can say the micropropagation, the method or the technique of having through the cell culture, tissue group of cells. Now, the economic importance of the artificial propagation. What is the economic importance of artificial propagation? Artificial propagation is the process of growing plants applying artificial techniques such as layering, grafting, and cutting. This method is more beneficial as it boosts the quality, yield, and disease resistance in plants and thereby plants products. Thus, this method is economically viable. So, economic means what? The growth rate. So, this artificial propagation is the process through which can we have the growth of plants applying artificial techniques. Those artificial techniques are layering, grafting, and cutting, which boosts up the quality, the quantity, and the diseases resistant in plants and thereby the products. This method is economically very much viable. Tissue culture is a method of artificial propagation in plants. In this method, a plant tissue is grown in an environment comprising of all the nutrients, hormones, light, and so on as needed for plant growth. This method helps to grow healthy and perfect replica of the original plant in very short period of time. In this topic, we have learned more about the artificial vegetative propagation. So, the hybridization also comes under our economic vegetative propagation. There should be benefits of hybridization and micro propagation. Now, in book also it has been given you the hybridization is also a method of having a different kind or the varieties of species where two different varieties or species are mixed to get a new breed of plants containing the characteristics of both parents. This process is called hybridization or crossbreeding. Hybridization also comes under economic importance of artificial propagation, where two different varieties, or you can say two different species, two different plants are mixed together to have a new breed of plant, in which we can find the characteristics of the both parent plant. So this process is called hybridization, or you can say crossbreeding. Hybridization can be intervarietal, interspecific, or intergeneric. It can be done by cross pollination or somatic cell hybridization. Somatic cell hybridization: vegetative cells of two different plants isolated. Cell wall are carefully dissolved and cell contents are fused together. Fused cells grow under ideal conditions and replanted when they develop into small plants. Somatic cell hybridization is what? Two vegetative cells, means the growth cell of two different plants are isolated. Afterwards, that cell wall is carefully dissolved of both the cells, and the cell organelles are fused together. This fused cell grows under ideal conditions and then replanted when they develop into small plants. Example: triticale is developed from tritium and rye. Tritium, which is wheat, is being developed from triticale and rye. Now, benefits of hybridization. Hybrid plants are generally disease resistant and pest resistant. These can grow on different types of soils, show early maturity and produce large yields, more nutritional and economic value, shorter life cycle. Now comes micropropagation. Cells from meristematic tissue or vegetative portion of plant isolated, cultured into nutrient rich medium under controlled conditions, and then new plant grows. Plants with long seed dormancy or slow breeders are grown this way. Disease free cells can be isolated and used to yield disease free plants. Offspring genetically similar to the parent, genetic and cytoplasmic modification can be done. So this hybridization is very expensive also, not suited for all the species of plants, and can result in undesired genetic modification. Artificial propagation is commonly used in horticulture and agriculture. It is help in developing high yielding and disease resistant varieties of fruits, trees. By tissue culture, thousands of plants are developed from a tiny piece of the plant. Tissue plants grow are free from infection. So for the advantage and the disadvantage we have completed in the previous video only. So this asexual reproduction in plant has been completed with each and every steps which was desired. Advantage of vegetative propagation is rapid multiplication. Genetically identical offspring we get, easy to grow, multiplication without seed formation. And disadvantage is that if they get infected with the sudden spread of disease in the whole farm, if they get one infected, it can be infected with the sudden spread of a disease in the whole farm. Overcrowding, sometimes overcrowding may result because such plants grow in the same area as there is no dispersal of plants. So the economic importance is very much because this is being used in a bright way, in a very much in horticulture and agriculture. This help in developing of high yielding and disease resistant of varieties of fruits. And by tissue culture, we have grown 1,000 of plants with a tiny piece of the plant, which is plants grow are free from infection. So this was the economic importance. Advantage is a rapid multiplication. We get genetically identical offspring, easy to grow, multiplication with seed formation. And the disadvantage is that if there is a single disease can happen, this can spread whole over in the field. Now thank you student, we will start our sexual reproduction in plant in our next video. Till that, please go through the video, read as much as you can, prepare the notes which I am providing you, do the question answers and each and every assignment which I had given you. Till hear the video once, twice and thrice, and if you had any problem, do ask me. I am over here to resolve your each and every doubt and queries. Thank you, students.